The vibe.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Vibe Show. It's your host Favour Daramola, and today we have brought to you another interesting topic: faith over fear, stepping into the new year with confidence. So I know that as the year is running to an end, a lot of people are beginning to think ahead for the new year, and there are different types of fear, right? Some people have the fear of the unknown, fear of judgment, fear of not being enough, fear of failure, which is very common. But I want you to know that God has not called you into a new season to go in there trembling, right? And He wants you to go in fearlessly. He wants you to go in confidently. He wants you to go in fully assured, because that's the only way you can take the next season. Don't go anywhere, and we will be right back. Welcome back. So we're going to be delving deeper into this topic, faith over fear. And for us to overcome fear, we need to identify it first. What is the fear you have? What is that thing that is challenging your faith? What is that thing that seems daunting? What is that thing that is making you unsure of the next step or the next phase you're going into? We're going to be unpacking this in this session. Okay, so what is the fear? I also want you to understand that fear grows in silence. So when you keep to yourself and you have this doubts, but you just bottle it up all up, you keep it all in, it grows to fear and it begins to affect other areas. So could it be fear of rejection, fear of disappointing parents, fear of choosing the wrong path, fear of not being enough? Whatever it is, what are your fears? What are your fears? What are you not confident about? What are you not sure about? First is to identify the fear. So now that we've identified the fear, I also want you to understand that it's normal to have doubt sometimes, but don't let it advance into fear, because fear is crippling. Instead of seeing the positives, you begin to see the negatives. You begin to see the things that could go wrong instead of seeing the benefits and the things that you could benefit from taking certain steps and doing certain things. So we shouldn't live in fear. God has not called us to live in fear. Rather, He has given us the spirit of confidence, the spirit of boldness, and a sound mind. And faith is not the absence of fear. The fact that you have faith and you are believing for a greater tomorrow does not mean you wouldn't have some doubts, does not mean you wouldn't have some uncertainties at some point. It just means that you trust in God much more than that. It means that you see God as a higher authority over whatever fear, whatever doubts, whatever might want to challenge your next level. So it means you trust God even more than any other thing. So faith is not the absence of fear. We're going on a short break now, and we will be right back.
The vibe.
Welcome back. So in the first session, we talked about identifying the fears. So now that you've identified your fears, I want you to understand that it's important to choose confidence, because we'll always have feelings, and our feelings might not always be right, which is why it's important to choose confidence. And the only way we can have confidence is when we trust in God. I want you to understand that God has your best interest at heart. He's not calling you into the next season to go there with confusion or trembling or uncertainty. He wants you to be sure of His plans for you. He wants you to be sure of what He wants for you, and the greatness that He wants for you in the new season. And the only way you can go into it confidently is when you have that assurance that God has my best interest at heart. And it helps you to begin to see things from the positive perspective. So you are not in doubt. You're not being pessimistic. It's good to, I would say, realism is in between, right? It's in between being pessimistic and being optimistic. But instead of choosing realism, choose optimism. Be optimistic. See the good, see the positive in every situation. Think of how things could possibly get better. If there's a challenge, or if there's a roadblock, what's the good that can come out of this? Always see the good in every situation. That would help you to build faith. That would help you to build your confidence over trembling in fear. Okay? So faith is not the absence of challenges, it's not the absence of trouble, and it's not even guarantee that everything is going to go smoothly. But you go into it with confidence, knowing that God's got your back. And when you see things from the positive perspective, doors will begin to open to you. Because if you don't take a step further, it's just like when you're climbing the stairs, right? You are downstairs and you want to go upstairs. You can't see what is upstairs when you're downstairs. You have to take a step. The more steps you take forward, the more you are able to see what is ahead. That's how faith works. But if you just stay there and you say, oh, I'm not sure if this is going to work, I'm not sure if I'm climbing the stairs now, what if the stairs crumbles? But a lot of people are using the same stairs to get to the higher level they want to go to. So you have to hold on to faith, believe, and be optimistic. See things from the positive perspective, not from the negative perspective. If you're saying what if, it should be what if this goes well? What if I take this step and it gets me to my goal? Not what if it goes bad, So for the new year, begin to see the cup as half full instead of half empty, because there are two perspectives to it, right? So have an optimistic view and go into the year with confidence. That way you can achieve great things. So if I'm to pick one thing from this session, one major thing that I would encourage you to go with and remember as you go into the new year is choose faith over fear. Faith is not the absence of fear. It's normal to have these feelings, but you have the choice now, what you want to focus on. Also, in the new year, we're going to be talking about relationships, fear of relationships, because we see a lot of divorces, a lot of crashed relationships around us, even from celebrities and influencers that a lot of youth look up to. Their experience does not have to be your experience, right? And this is very important because a lot of people are now having this fear of, going into relationships, and they're even wondering, is marriage worth it at the end of the day? It is worth it. Marriage is a beautiful thing. And if it's not good, God wouldn't have instituted it, right? So we're going to be delving deeper into this topic. You have hope. There is hope for you. There is hope for the next generation. And things are always going to get better. Remember, go into the year with confidence, know exactly what you want, and know that God's got your back. Have a wonderful one and see you in the next episode. Bye for now.
The vibes.